News back home now. Basic Education Minister Andrew Motshekga is taking personal protective equipment to schools for special needs learners at Witbank in Mpumalanga. This will also be an opportunity for the minister to assess progress as schools open this week. Now, the PPE gear has been donated by Good Samaritans from the insurance industry. The PPE will be handed at the W.H. de Klerk Special School at Imalahleni. Let's bring in Pepile Kunene now. She's covering this story for us. Pepile, very good morning to you. Tell us more.
Morning, Plain. We're coming to you live from Imalahleni, where the minister will be delivering the equipment, including the PPE, to these schools around Imalahleni that have learners with special needs. But there's a representative from the Department of Education that will explain further their aim for this.
Good morning. Thank you very much. My name is Jabulani Ngobo, and the aim of the function is quite a broad aim. It's part of a broader intervention arising from the report that was released by the Human Rights Commission, South African Human Rights Commission, around issues of safety, in particular in hostels in special schools. So we have had a collaboration, a public-private partnership with Santam, because Santam was already working in the space, ensuring schools, and we thought that they could be part of the intervention to look at broadly how we could respond to safety issues as emerged in the reports of the Human Rights Commission. But then there was the outbreak of COVID-19, and we thought that it's one area that we needed to look at. And because there was already a report pointing to issues of safety in special schools in particular, we thought special schools would be a better place to start to address some of these issues. But I think the major thing is around for this function is around the PPEs and the materials that are being donated to the schools. These are meant largely for decontamination of the schools. It costs around 10 to 20,000 rand to decontaminate a school. And the program, this initiative involves around 81 schools that we are going that the collaboration is going to be providing for, and the collaboration has to do with the decontamination. So what happens is that the schools are given these materials and equipment to decontaminate the school, and there is training to make sure that they are able to use these materials. But also there are issues around what happens after all this have run out. So they are also guided in terms of what to do. But there is also aftercare service to make sure that after the training, where schools are experiencing challenges, then they come in. But we're also collaborating with COGTA, because you know that COGTA is responsible for disaster management, disaster and risk management. So it's also a partnership with COGTA. You will see when we get into that there's also national security and fire, and their specialization is around what equipment, what chemicals, and the quality of chemicals that we need to use. So they conduct largely the training for schools to make sure that the schools can use this equipment.
Is there a plan in place where there'll be a follow-up and see if these things were eventually used for what they aim for?
Yes, it is, because the project is part of a larger project that is trying to deal with the issues around special. So we've seen we've located it within that program, and that is a program that is running. So there will be there is a mechanism to make sure that schools are using it for what it is intended for, to make sure that learners and staff are safe in special schools during this time.
Are we going to see this rolling out to places like Nkomazi, the Lowveld, places like Hertziband, and all those?
We've been to the Lowveld, and the Deputy Minister was there last week, handing over the same material and equipment. So we've basically, as a pilot, covering 4 provinces. We're covering Mpumalanga, Free State, Northern Cape, and Northwest.
Thank you so much for your time. That was the Department of Education explaining exactly what this equipment is meant for in schools where learners with special needs are found. And it is not only happening in Mpumalanga, it's also rolling out to other 3 provinces. Back to you, Blaine.
All right, Pepilo Kunene, like for us said, thank you very much indeed for your reporting. Well,